Okay.
But we start today with what was happening about 8 hours ago, or excuse me, in about 8 hours. A new law will be taking effect in Ohio, and it aims to cut down on distracted driving. That's right, it limits those on the road to how much they will be able to do with their cell phones.
And I think most of us think this is a welcome change.
It is.
And probably a long time coming. Today, Governor Mike DeWine started a campaign to educate drivers, on the dangers of distracted driving and also on the new laws aimed at preventing it. Neil Fisher is here now to tell us all of those details. Neil, good afternoon to you. This is something that everyone is going to have to be aware of very, very soon.
Everyone needs to know in about 8 hours. But it was about 6 hours ago that Governor DeWine was talking about this. But everybody needs to know this, and that's why for the first 6 months, there will be a grace period. Law enforcement will be able to give warnings to distracted drivers and educate them on the new law. The distracted driving campaign will be online, on television, on billboards, and on the radio to ensure that drivers are aware of the new law. The grace period also gives law enforcement a chance to learn about some of the exceptions to the law.
Lock your phone, put it down, put it in the console, put it in the glove compartment. Just get it out of your hands so that your hands are on the wheel and your eyes are on the road.
Officers are going to have to do their due diligence and actually see if what that individual is doing on their phone constitutes a violation of this new law in order to effect a traffic stop.
Some exceptions to the distracted driving law include reporting an emergency, holding your phone to your ear during a conversation if it started with a single touch or swipe, and using your phone at a traffic light. Violations will begin on October 4th, so there's plenty of time to be aware of the law before it kicks in. And coming up at 5:30, we'll hear more about the exceptions from a Case Western Reserve University professor. So it's very interesting because there's a lot more exceptions than there are kind of limitations.
So the part that interests me the most is this whole concept of like, you're allowed to have it up to your ear as long as you had one touch or a swipe, which is basically they're saying, all right, people who don't have the hands-free thing, you can't answer your phone.
Exactly.
But then how does the officer who's doing the traffic stop, which he's got to make that decision ahead of time if you have the touch or the swipe, it's a little convoluted.
The governor said today that if there's any weaknesses that they will be hashed out in the next 6 months. Okay. So this next 6 months is to kind of give law enforcement an edge as well to know, okay, what can we do, what can we not do, and kind of give feedback to the politicians saying, you know, this isn't very good, this is good, and motorists as well, because they're going to be the ones getting the citations, I should say.
And the tickets are not exactly cheap.
No.
And the governor may have come up with a bumper sticker catchphrase there. Hands on wheel, eyes on road.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. I mean,
it's not that hard.
It seems basic, but I cannot tell you how many people in a day I pass where one hand is on the wheel and neither eye is on the road. And I'm like, wow, I'm sharing the road with this guy.
It's dangerous.
Terrifying. All right. Thanks, Neil.
So much, Neil.